Hi, my name's Randy Rittinger. I'm an equine dentist from Weatherford, Texas. Today I'd like to talk to you about the term floating your horse's teeth. What exactly is that? What does it mean? We hear that all the time. Unfortunately, for most people, we don't understand enough about the mouth that we think because we had somebody come and float our horse's teeth that we're getting the full benefit of health and rideability. It's not always necessary so. If there was a zipper on the side of the cheeks and we could unzip this horse's mouth and open this up and look in here and know that all these teeth are touching and fitting, there's no sharp edges, we have a nice bit seat, everything's balanced, that's what we want. But if we have a situation similar to this, or it doesn't even have to be this bad, it can be on a younger horse where we have an imbalance problem where these teeth are too long, making a pocket, nothing's correct or fitting perfectly, like it is here, okay? It's very important to understand that a lot of people will come and just do the sides of the points of the teeth on the uppers, outer uppers, and the lower inside edges. I see tons of horses, that's all that's done. You have to take the table surface, make it fit, make it all the same so it fits. All the crown height should be the same, like this. And then every 6 months, keep it lined out, just balance it, go through, touch it up, keep it correct. So what's the difference between power equipment, hand equipment? When I first started out 23 years ago, we had some old chip floats, okay? Just some hand floats with some grit on them. Then about 93, 94, we got some better kind of hand floats, which were real aggressive. It was a lot easier to take down the waves, the ramps, the protuberant teeth, that kind of thing. So this is our end result, what it should be. Unfortunately, a lot of times I'll look in a horse's mouth and people will just do the edges or they'll leave the ramps and the waves and just kind of skim over them. And that's going to give you temporary relief for about a month or two, maybe. Rebalancing the mouth, whether it's by hand or power, whatever you want to use, you have to get involved in it and understand what did that person just do? How much did he do in that horse's mouth? And the other thing is, okay, well, he got the teeth too short. That's a possibility. It would take a lot to get teeth really taken down to nothing. What happens is, a lot of times when people are doing dentistry, this angle, they flatten the angles on the uppers and the lowers. Then the incisors are too long. Then you create a big gap between the molars. It's not that they necessarily shorten the teeth too much. They change the angles and flatten them, which makes a void. So you have to be able to take the surface of the teeth to the correct depth and the correct angle, and your planes from front to back, as well as left and right. Can that be done by hand? Yeah, it takes several good pieces of hand equipment, a really talented person, and a speculum to do that. If you're not using a speculum and you're just somebody's coming along and scratching around the surface a little bit, you're getting a little bit of help, but you're not getting the full benefit of what needs to be done. Equine dentistry, especially for performance, it's a little more detailed. You have to be real detailed. You have to get it to where things are even and fit. And how do you know if you're getting that or not? It's pretty tough. Sometimes you have to get a second opinion. The person that's doing it, ask to educate you. What are the problems? Show me the problems. Okay, do the correction. And then afterwards, show me the correction. Learn how to feel. Is it sharp before? And when they're done, is it fairly smooth or symmetrical? When you look down the row of teeth with a light, is there still a big wave in there? Is there something catching? Are the front teeth too long, not allowing the back teeth to touch it properly anymore? You have to do the back teeth and the front teeth sometimes. They work together. If you do too much work over a long period of time on the back teeth, there comes a point in time where the front teeth grow too long and erupt too far. They don't let the back teeth fit anymore. And that's where you get these waves and protruding teeth and ramps come from the teeth in the front getting too long. So if nobody's not addressing your front incisors every once in a while, and it's usually from 5 on, you maybe have to start doing that, and you don't have to do it every time, but they need to be addressed. The angle has to fit the angle has to be shallow to allow the back molars to fit together. So it doesn't really matter what kind of equipment you're using, whether it's power equipment, hand equipment. There's different types of hand equipment. Some are real good, some aren't. There's different kind of power equipment. Some of it's real good, some aren't. So the bottom line is that person doing that horse's mouth, what equipment he has, what knowledge he has, what understanding he has. Is he or she a certified dentist that has went to school, passed some certifications or graduated from a school, understands the mouth, mainly will try to educate you to the problems of the horse's mouth and then show you. Over the years, I've gone pretty much mostly power. The power equipment we have now is way more advanced. And a lot of people think, oh, they're using power equipment, they're gonna ruin that horse's mouth. I'll tell you, there's some hand floats out there that we used to use years ago. You can make snow come off of their mouth. It looks like snow with those blades are so sharp. The problem with it is you can't be as precise. The power equipment we have today, you can be exactly precise on each certain tooth, only taking that amount of that tooth, skipping over the teeth that don't need to be worked on or touched. So again, it just depends on the term floating. To me, there's more to it than that. It's overall balance, understanding of the mouth, how it functions, and get that mouth to function to that best ability that it can.